since the 5th of June 1973. This means that today marks 50 years of World Environment Day. On this day, many countries around the world are raising awareness and action for the protection of the environment, and our little Twin Island Federation is one of those countries. Today, we are pleased to welcome Dr. Eric Browne, Forestry Officer in the Department of Environment. Dr. Browne is here to share his expertise on the importance of protecting our environment. Dr. Eric, welcome to Good Morning SKN.
Good morning. It's a pleasure being here once again.
Yes.
Indeed. Happy to have you.
We enjoy having you.
So could you share with us your thoughts, firstly, on the theme, solutions to plastic pollution?
Now, many persons you just said what my post is, Forestry Officer. And many persons out there probably saying, how does that relate to plastics at all? Well, it does. The reason why is that plastic affects all of us, all our lives, in every area. And solutions to plastic pollution, it is quite important that we actually focus on this more than ever. We started, you said this is make 50 years. Now, if you have been fighting something for 50 long years, then you know it's something significant.
Indeed.
And if after 50 years we're still fighting, it means we either not doing enough or we're not doing what's right.
Exactly.
So we want to raise awareness, you know, because what you find is that if for 50 years you're talking about a trend.
Yes.
So we endeavor is to change the mindset of persons when it comes to plastics, especially single-use plastics. Now, plastics have become essential in our lives. Just about every container is plastic. We use plastic just about anything because of the versatility of plastics. It has taken over our lives. Now, especially the single-use plastics, which are these are plastics that you use once and you discard. You throw it away. The throwing away part is what is the main problem and where we have to find solutions to. Because when we discard them, where do they go? They don't just disappear. It's not like a banana peel or a mango peel that we throw it away and you come back a few weeks later and it's like, hey, it disappeared because it incorporates itself back into the soil and is helpful for the environment. Plastics are not so.
No.
Plastics will remain for years upon years. You could bury them.
And you dig up and you'll still find a piece.
We here 50 years fighting. And I will guarantee you, there are places you will go where they buried plastics 50 years ago.
And
they're still there.
Wow.
Now, they try to improve on the plastics, and so you see they come up with certain modifications. But we must remember, plastic is chemically produced.
It is.
And so the plastics that we have today, especially single-use plastics, they break down. But they do not dissolve completely. They break down to what we call microplastics. They're still plastics. Just break down to smaller bits
Pieces.
pieces.
I noticed that about the plastic.
And when we say micro, we are talking about, okay, you know, break down so much that your naked eye can see it. But it's there and its properties still giving out the effects as the huge pieces. Microplastics breaks down, they stay in the soil. They do not give nutrients to plants.
No.
They just stay there. These are made, also gives off contaminants, other chemicals in the soil that are harmful for the microorganisms, harmful for the plants. The microplastics also goes into the water system. And so you may find that many times, based on how close to the surface your water supply is, you may be drinking water and plastic.
Wow.
They make their way into the sea. And I'm sure you like your seafood, isn't it?
Yeah.
You like your fish.
Yeah.
Well, you know, your fish may come in a plastic bag, but the fish may come with plastic bag inside because they eat these plastics. And then you find they incorporate it when you're frying your nice fish and you're enjoying your fish, it's fish and plastic.
Wow.
So it's fried plastic you're having, grilled plastic you're having. And these get incorporated into our bodies. As I said, they still give off chemicals. So you see the rampant increase in non-communicable, like cancers, right? And all of these things, even in the environment. One would tell you, if you're drinking a bottle of water, don't leave it in your vehicle.
Yeah.
Because the heat from it would cause those chemicals to seep back into that water, and then they'll be harmful for your health.
Consumption,
right?
yes.
We look around our communities, and in every avenue, we see plastic. This is why we want to change the mindset of people. When you drink your water, you eat your biscuit, and you just throw them down in the bush because you cannot see them. At that point, doesn't mean you have gotten rid of it.
Yes.
It is there. And over time, they piled up. You see the Green Valley Festival just finished there. And it's disheartening for me because after the festival, even today, yesterday when I passed through there, you still go see the plastic bottles all over the place. We want persons to be more mindful, to dispose of their material, right? Be responsible.
Right.
Today is one of the Mondays that we're supposed to be plastic free. Why aren't there stringent measures in the island, well, in the Federation, when it comes to how we deal with plastics? Like in the BVI, you have to pay to get a plastic bag. They encourage reusable bags in the supermarket. I know that's something that we would have started here in stkitts. Some supermarkets, I still see they have the bags for sale, but we don't buy the bags because we don't see it as an investment. We think, oh, we need these plastic bags because we can use them in our bathroom, garbage, etc., etc. So we still want the plastic bags, but why is it that we don't have measures in place to basically cut down the use of these bags?
Well, that is why we are here today, to sensitize the public that ban you're speaking about is coming.
Okay.
But you know what other thing is, when it comes to persons, you want a change. But you want a change that the person is conscious of that change that they're making. So that takes education. So it's a phased out approach that's going to happen. So all of this month, we're going to be beating the airways. Right? And that's why I say thank you for having me.
Right.
Today we're focusing on the single-use plastics. So today we're focusing on the plastic bags in the supermarkets. You ain't getting no bag from the supermarkets today.
So what could you reusable bag?
Is on board. Rams is on board. ODB is on board. The others say they are on board. Not plastic. They ain't on plastic today. They're on board. Right? So therefore, persons, when you go to the supermarket, walk with your own bag. Otherwise, you're going to be walking out with things in your hand. But this, you see, they have reduced the price of the reusable bags. Right? They ain't free. See, kitty shops like to and individuals like that, but they want everything free. They did not get them free.
Exactly.
So they also are on board, and it's about trend setting. Trend setting. So therefore, we want to make single-use plastic, the ban of that. We want to make the reusable bag, we want it trending. So persons, when you use your reusable bag today, hashtag reusable bag, hashtag no plastic. Put it on your Facebook, on your Twitter, and on your Instagram and those things. Make it trending today. Because going forward, that's what we want. Right? We want people to get accustomed to. I grew up with my paper handbag. I grew up with that. You're going down to Rams and you're going to these places and they pack in your paper handbag. And I reuse that paper handbag because when I wrap my bread in that at night, you know, my bread is still nice and soft for the next morning. And we used to reuse that until you can. And guess what? When the bag can't go no more, I recycle that in the garden. You know, because that decomposes and gives that nutrients. So the reusable bag, that is what we are pushing. So today and every Monday in the month of June, is No Plastic Bag Monday.
So the 5th, the 12th, the 19th, and the 26th.
Yes.
You cannot get any bags from the supermarkets or any other establishments. They have to walk with their own bag.
They have to walk with your own bag.
Or a box, or a paper bag.
Or a paper bag.
Or bucket.
Or even a bucket. A bucket, of course.
Okay, fair enough.
Dr. Eric, you are a forestry officer.
Yes.
Can you share with the public what are some of your roles and responsibilities as a forest officer?
As the forest officer, responsible for conserving, preserving, and protecting our forested areas and any issues related to trees, right? And any ecosystem that's related to the forest, including the guts, right? And so we are responsible for looking over them. We are the stewards of these areas. And why is it fitting that you have a tree man talking about plastics? Is because plastic has become a great issue for us in the forest. Along the forest trail, we encourage everybody and encourage you all to come out to, come up and get a hike, to the volcano, do the pond, see about nature, tell you about the different plants which are medicinal and all the benefits. And you get a nice clean air. However, the issue is this. Persons go in. They come in with their water bottles because we encourage you to bring your water and everything. They come in with their snacks. But they just discard these things in the forested areas.
Leave them up there.
Right? And I wonder what people think. Garbage truck don't go up there. He can't go up there. They can't go up there.
Exactly.
Solid waste people don't walk up there.
Yeah, some of them know
But
that.
you come with these things in your bag. With your biscuit and your sandwiches. That's weight. You don't mind carrying the weight. But when they're empty and they're lighter, they ain't want to carry the lighter stuff.
Exactly.
So you gotta go work with a mindset and appealing to persons. You make it clean.
Leave it clean.
And
we were taught
right?
that, yeah.
But persons just keep coming and just dropping and things. The other thing is in the guts, which is our waterways, our drainage areas. Persons would leave villages, load up the pickup and the truck,
and
go up there and dump these things in the gut, right? And so these things stay there and they release in their toxin. And if that continues, that fresh, lovely air, you know how it feels when you're going through the forest, breathing nice air, man.
Yeah, clean.
Then all of a sudden, this weird stench just come upon you. It's like that is supposed to be here.
Exactly.
And then when you look and you see what it is, fridge, stove, mattress,
how did they arrive
plastic
here?
bottles.
Exactly.
I wonder, I look up about, hey, Mr. Monkey, is you using these things here?
Exactly.
Persons do these things. So we are appealing to persons to do not refrain from these things.
Are there signs though at the guts so that if someone was caught dumping, they can say, "Oh, there wasn't a sign, and I was just trying to get rid of my garbage the cheap way"?
You see that excuse that you just put there that there's no sign. So because there's no sign, don't give you a right to do it.
I know, but then if the sign's there, they can't use that excuse.
Well,
How
the
about
amount
that?
of sign I gonna have to put up. Then I gonna have a campaign against signs because I gonna have too much signs. That will show the extent of what the illegal dumping is like and the garbage that you find up and down the place in these areas. There's solid waste have the dump site for that.
Yes, but they don't want to pay. That's why I said the freeway.
Well, to tell you the truth, some of these people are paid to dump stuff, But instead of they pocket that fee and go and dump other places. Right? But I've started to something against that, I started putting up signs. I start putting up cameras because I want to catch the person.
Oh, wow. So you heard folks, cameras are out there, stop littering.
Cameras up. I want to catch somebody and then
make them the example.
And then get some manpower to clean the rest. Because if I catch you and all the other sides them that have garbage is you.
Woo! And you don't want to be that one person because you didn't dump all of that garbage.
So if I catch you, you're responsible for all.
Makes sense.
But single-use plastic, that is what's on our mind. So for this month, we have some activities to raise awareness. We're going to be all over the areas. Starting today, I'm with you. One of my colleagues will be on Win FM.
Okay.
Tomorrow they're going to be on the other stations to get the word out.
Okay.
Right? And we want to tell people no to plastics. Those you have, dispose of them. Now, we're going to have a phased out approach when it comes to the single-use plastics.
And when is that approach
We
going to
do not
begin?
have a timeline as yet because we are always still going through the process. And certain stakeholders still has to be, we have to work with certain stakeholders to put certain things in place. Right? Because the first thing when I tell you, you cannot bring in styrofoam, first thing you're gonna tell me, well, styrofoam more expensive than, it's cheaper than the alternatives. So measures going to be put in place so as to ease the burden. Use reusable bags. Dispose of your solid waste in the proper manner. So it's not just lying around and polluting the community. Solutions to the plastic pollution is right here among us. It's for all of us to consider and take the steps when it comes to especially single-use plastics. Starting today, Monday, plastic bag, no plastic bag Monday.